Alright, guys. I wanted to come on here and just kind of talk about loneliness. I have a lot to say about this. I've experienced a lot of loneliness in my life. I've been alone for a lot of my life. Um, and especially with young men, I feel like it's kind of a disease because people isolate themselves from society, and then you begin to create a person who is just like hateful or resentful towards other people simply because they weren't shown the love and care that they were supposed to be shown. Um, Loneliness is a hard thing. It really is. Um, because me personally, I have like physically been alone. I live in this house by myself. Every single girlfriend that I've had or relationship or situationship has like come in and out of my life, and I've never had no stability. Even with my mom, who I'm slowly building that relationship up again, we didn't talk for like 2 years. My dad, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that, because he just kind of just doesn't really care. My father, the person who raised me, who was technically my stepdad, same thing with him. Like I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, and I really want to, but I'm building our relationship slowly. So anyway, I've been physically alone, and it's really hard for me to put myself in the shoes of somebody who feels mentally alone, because I think that is almost worse than somebody being physically alone. Because I can sit here and do my thing and know that like I'm by myself. But somebody who is surrounded by people and still feels alone, it's almost like a curse. But I want anybody that's watching this to know that loneliness can build or break a man, and you need to have it build you as a person. Because when you're in solitude and when you're by yourself, you begin to realize who you are as a man and who you are as a person, and it helps you in so many different aspects of your life. I feel a lot of time we try to push ourselves away from loneliness, and I do that a lot as well. Just because I've been for alone for so long, I just want to finally have somebody to be there in my life. But in the beginning, I feel like I should have embraced it a lot more. And I think anybody who is beginning the journey of loneliness should embrace it a lot. Because whatever reason why you're alone, you need to figure out who you are. And you can do that in multiple manners, right? Number one, in your relationships, what you want, who you are as a person, what you want from somebody else, whether it's a friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And by understanding who you are and what makes up your person, then you can begin to pick out the traits of somebody else and be like, okay, well, I am somebody who likes going to the gym and likes to stay mentally healthy and likes to go outdoors, and I like to be outside. You gotta find somebody else that does the same thing. You can't be with somebody that just stays indoors all day, because then you guys have conflict of interest. You need to find somebody that has the same interests as you. And not only that, figure out this person that has the same values as you. Who is you? Like, who are you? What are your values? What do you stand for? Because if you stand for nothing, you fall for everything, right? So you need to understand. I am a person of religion. God is my number one. If someone doesn't believe in God, I don't know if I can pursue a relationship with them. I'm a man of family. If somebody doesn't have a good relationship with their family, I don't think I can pursue a relationship with that. You know what I'm saying? So just understanding who you are as a person. Not only that, loneliness begins to like degrade your mind in kind of the worst way possible, because you have nobody else to talk to except for yourself, and so you start thinking about the worst situation possible. Once you realize that that worst scenario is probably never going to happen, you can never fail because you already thought about the worst thing that could happen. And if once you can accept the fact that that is a possibility, you can move on with your life with like an almost this weight off your chest, because you're like, I already realized that I can't fail, because even the worst thing possible is like I lose everything, but you don't lose anything at all, because if you built something and you lost everything, you still have the knowledge of what it was like to build that thing, so you can just rebuild it and do it again and again and again, right? And the last thing what I would say is that it makes your person stronger. Not needing somebody else is really has helped me pick my relationships more meticulously, because now I don't feel the need to be like, I want to be with somebody, I want to have friends. Da, da, da. I can be alone by myself because I have embraced solitude, and so I don't feel the need to force myself onto other people, and so my relationships are a lot more healthy because of that. Because I have been able to understand that being by myself is okay, and not only that, I'm comfortable with being by myself. I'm not out there actively searching for relationships that I don't need. I'm only searching for relationships that benefit me. People that when I'm with them, they laugh and I laugh as well. People when I'm with them make me feel better, not make me feel worse just because I want to be outside and not be home all the time. Not only that with partners, bro. Like a long time, I just wanted to be with somebody. I wanted to have a girlfriend, and now I've really just like settled down and be like, yo, pump the brakes. You know, you gotta figure out who you are as a person, build your money, and da 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 da. Right. So that's another thing. Last thing I want to say is that if you're disciplined, loneliness is one of the best things you can have as a man. Like I know it sucks and it's sad, but something that I'm struggling with is discipline. But I realize that when I've been disciplined and I've been alone, it's some of the most productive hours and days and months of my life. Simply because I have no other distractions and no one else to like I have no one else's needs that are over my head. You know what I'm saying? One day you're gonna have a family and you're gonna have siblings or whatever it is. You know, when you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about nobody else except for yourself. And so you're like, that could be a negative. You're like, oh fuck, like I don't have nobody. But they could be like, I don't have to worry about nobody else. I could just go do whatever I want. You can go travel the world if you wanted. If you have the money or you have the ambition, you could do whatever the fuck you want because you don't have to worry about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So like being lonely, it's all about the way you think about it. It's all about mentality. And if you think about it in a positive light and you can be disciplined while you're lonely, it could be some of the most productive time of your life. Every time I've been with somebody, my friends, I have been productive. But as soon as they're unproductive or as soon as it's more comfortable to go do something else, we kind of just do that thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you're lonely and you're disciplined, you can go ahead and just continue to push and be the best version of yourself that you can ever be, right? So that's a cool little video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to make another video about this. This is just kind of off the top of the dome. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment so you could tell me if I should make another one. I want to make a different video that's more scripted, more so I can have my thoughts more in a row. And, you know what I'm saying? That's not just at the top of the head. But anyway, you guys have a great night. Remember, being alone isn't a curse. Sometimes it could be a blessing.